Pork tenderloin with a fig and onions marinade is a delicious dish that I prepare for my family during the week. This is about 1.5 pounds pork tenderloin. You can see it's beautiful, good color, has a little bit of fat on it, and you want that when you're cooking it. The key ingredients in this recipe is fig in the sweet onion, balsamic vinegar, some brown sugar, apple cider, and some white wine, and you have a heavenly combination, a dinner that's going to be packed with flavor for your family. So the first thing we're going to do is get 1 onion, and you're going to put it in a mini chopper. You're going to pulse it and puree it to a super fine consistency like this. You're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter, add your onion, and saute until it becomes slightly golden. We're not caramelizing the onions, we're just really cooking them well. So when you get a consistency like this, that's when you know you've achieved what we're looking for. So you're going to remove it from the heat. We're going to add it back into our mini chopper that we had chopped prior to cooking. So I'm just going to spoon this in to the mini chopper. Next, we're going to add 3/4 cup of fig filling, 1 tablespoon of agave. It's a very popular ingredient. It's a natural sweetener. 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. This is dark brown sugar. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And this is why I love these mini choppers. It does all the work for you. You just add it and pulse away. That's it. It's as simple as that. We have our marinade all ready. So here I have a Ziploc bag. I like to place it in a bowl so it's not moving around when I'm adding my other ingredients. Pork tenderloin right into the bag. And to that, we're going to add our marinade. A little bit of pepper, about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half, 1/4 cup of white wine. And here is another fall must-have in your kitchen. Mulled apple cider. I'm going to add 1/4 cup. So we're going to pop your tenderloins into the refrigerator. At least marinate overnight. A couple of days is even better. All right, so we have our pork that's been marinating for a few days in the refrigerator. All we need to do now to throw a nice healthy fall meal together for our family is pull it out of the refrigerator, put it into a roasting pan. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? We're going to pop it into a 375-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and we want the internal temperature of the pork to be 160 degrees. This sauce is to pour over our pork tenderloin, brings all the flavors together, and it's just something super delicious to add to your pork. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of salted butter, 1/2 of onion, sweet white onion, to our pan, and we're just going to saute the onions again until they become translucent. I'm going to add our olive oil next, about 1 tablespoon, medium-high heat, about 1 teaspoon of salt, again stirring, getting all the onions coated in our butter. At this point I'm going to add some fresh ground pepper. Okay, the onions are looking really good. So at this point I'm going to add 1/4 cup of fig filling. I'm going to give that a stir. Get all the onions coated with the sweet fig. We're going to add 1/4 cup of chicken stock to that. And we are going to let this all come together. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Get that nice, rich, dark brown color. You can smell the sweet fig paired with the balsamic vinegar. It's a great combination. Just going to let that simmer for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then we're going to add our fresh black mission figs and top our pork tenderloin. So now our sauce has reduced down and we're ready to add our black mission figs. So now to go along with our pork tenderloin, I love to serve a couscous. When the couscous is complete, I chop up about 1/2 cup of yellow and red pepper, 1/2 cup of each, add it to my couscous, and I drizzle I'm going to say 3 tablespoons of really good olive oil over the top, and then 2 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar. So I place my cooked couscous in a beautiful platter. Here's our tenderloin. Now with a sharp knife, you're just going to cut the tenderloin at an angle. Now I've taken this out of the oven and I've let it rest for a good 10 minutes. Just makes the slicing easier, and it keeps all the juices inside the tenderloin instead of slicing it too quickly and noticing the juices running off of your cutting board and onto your counter. You're losing all that great flavor. So by letting it rest, you capture all that marinade, and the pork flavor stays in the meat. Look how perfectly cooked that tenderloin is. It's just pink enough. We're going to drizzle that right over the top. And I'm telling you, this is a recipe you'll be making again, again, and again. Now the best part, I get to give it a try. So moist. It's delicious. Definitely give it a try. The balsamic and the fig and the onions, it's a wonderful combination for fall. Earthy, hearty, really sweet, really delicious.